Record. Says we're hot. Hey, I think we're hot.
Real hot.
Welcome everyone to, I believe this is episode 125.
I have no clue.
I'm pretty sure it is 125.
I was doing a good job of keeping up there for a while, and it's either 125 or 126.
I'm 99.7% sure it's 125.
I'll defer to you.
Okay. Welcome to ShiftLess, the podcast that is only about bicycles and everything velo related. We never talk about movies or books or food or dogs or cars or trucks or anything like that. Oh, I saw a shitty movie last night, by the way.
What?
What was it? It's The Lost Bus? The Last Bus?
With McConaughey?
Yes, it's terrible.
I haven't seen it, but it looked cheesy, so I neglected to watch it.
It's cheesier than it ever you could imagine, but it's one of those things. It was there.
Yeah.
It was on Apple TV. So
There was a good movie the other night, Caught Stealing.
I don't know that one.
On Netflix.
Okay.
I think.
That's probably why I don't know. I did my obligatory 1 month of Netflix last month and didn't really find a whole lot to keep my interest.
It's paralysis by analysis. There's too much content.
But it's very little good content.
It's true. But like we were talking about it last night around the circle at TNSS, and we were talking about all the series that are out, like Landman, and then we were talking about Righteous Gemstones. Like I still haven't watched all of Righteous Gemstones just because I just got HBO. And I got HBO, believe this or not, because my kid bought HBO so he could watch HBO, and he's sharing it with me.
Okay.
I'm like, it's about fucking time you give back.
What is it on HBO that he's wanting to watch?
I don't even know. He was watching, I think it's called First Watch. I don't know what was his interest in it. But then he told me, hey, Dad, I've got Hulu too. And I was like, dude, I already have Hulu. I was like, cancel your Hulu while you're still in the trial period or whatever. And I go, and float me a little money and I'll get the ad-free version and then we can both benefit. And he's like, oh, okay.
I loaded up on the channels because they all had their Black Friday specials.
Yeah.
So it was I went back, got HBO Max. It's $4.99 a month for 12 months.
That's cheap.
I got the Disney Hulu ESPN combo, $4.99 a month for 12 months.
It is cheap.
Stars add-on for $1.99 a month, but there's never anything on Stars. But I figure if there's one movie a month on Stars that maybe I would have done the pay-per-view streaming, is probably worth it. Well, let's see. I think there was one more. Oh, I did PBS documentaries. It was like $1 a month for 2 months, but I wanted to watch that new Ken Burns on the Revolutionary War.
Oh, I heard that's amazing.
I haven't been. It's good information.
It's just dry.
So far it's very dry. The first couple, it's nothing like Civil War or baseball.
Yeah.
I think I ran into the same thing with Vietnam War too. The Vietnam War one didn't do a whole lot for me. It's all good information, but Civil War and baseball were just absolutely amazing. Very difficult to top those. But the Revolutionary War is something that I'm fairly ignorant about it outside of just the basic propaganda we've all been taught about the Founding Fathers and how all that works. But anyway, maybe we should talk bicycles.
Or how about this weather? Let's just take a quick
I overdressed for the day because it felt chilly in the house this morning, but it's absolutely gorgeous right now.
Yeah, it's just, December 10th? And it's
60-ish degrees.
It's bumping 55. Yeah, it's nice.
It's gorgeous out.
And we have a perfect break from the wind as you
there's a little bit of a northwest breeze out there. Fortunately,
North Shore Trail
we're
was
sheltered from it.
cherry last night.
Okay.
It's absolute blue grooves. The rocks are sticky. It's perfect condition. There are still a couple of sandy spots, and there's a couple of weird mud spots. The mud spots migrate. Like every time one of them gets stamped out, another one pops up.
Okay.
There's a leech. It seems like a leech problem over by whatever that random parking lot is that before you get to Boy Scout camp when you're headed out on the east.
Coming out of that small corner neighborhood thing that.
Yeah.
Okay. They'll run water down that roadway from time to time.
It's been there for the past couple of weeks. So I think it's either something seasonal or there's a busted water line or something, because the rest of the trail's in absolute perfect condition. And it's just that spot.
It was years ago, but I remember that spot sporadically having that same issue before.
But trail's in great shape. We rode backwards last night. Nika was in large numbers again, which I love. It makes me so happy to see all these kids out there just shredding the trail. And they're so encouraging to each other. We always make it a point to pull over and let them pass. And it's just cool to see them encouraging each other and going, oh, you got it, go. It's just cool. I love it. It makes my heart happy.
So they're going backwards on the trail too?
No, we're going backwards.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't catch us.
You said pass, so I'm doing this.
Yeah, when we meet them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm clarifying.
Yeah, I always pull over. If the trail's wide enough, I just call, hey, just stay right. And I'll get off the trail and go around them. But I try to keep from blinding them. So most of the time I pull off preemptively and point my handlebar light into the woods and point my helmet away and just communicate with them. So I'm not like, hey, how's it going? I'm just blinding them.
So what are your lights these days?
Right now, I'm still running and I need to upgrade my light system, honestly, because every time anybody's behind me with a current light system, it just washes out everything I have. So I'm still running, I think it's first gen, if not second gen, X2 glowworm out of New Zealand.
Okay.
And for my handlebar light, and I had the helmet light as well, but I picked up a outbound light, self-contained for the helmet that I've been trying out just this winter, but it's secondhand, like I said, and the battery life doesn't seem to be that great. I could be mistaken, but last week I had it fully charged. It was plugged up for a full day. It quit blinking, so I assumed it was fully charged. And because of the washout aspect, I had turned it. So when you turn it on, so here's another part of my ignorance, is I don't know what all the light modes are, but I normally just turn it on. And this time I turned it on and then I pushed the button again and made it brighter, and it didn't even last for a full east side. So it was a little disappointing. We did ride slow last week. We had, I told you, I don't know if I told you or not, but Justin helped instill, his crank fell off in the middle of the ride. And so we had to stop and jack with that twice or once, and then it fell off again. And then he just hobbled to his house, fixed it, and came back to the parking lot. But anyways, so I had turned it up because I didn't want to get washed out and because I just wanted to see how much better it was at that brightness level. And it quit about 3/4 the way through 12-mile loop.
Remember back in the day when we thought those Knight Rider 10-watt halogens were the shit?
Yeah, and you couldn't see anything. So I think I started off with a Knight Rider. I think I still have it, as a matter of fact, and the dock kit bag that it came with, that red and black.
Yeah,
yeah. And I think I started off with just a handlebar light, and the shadows were awful. Like, just the visual processing of the trail made it difficult to ride fast. And then I discovered, if you have a helmet light, that was like the next step. And then when we got away from those, was it halogen?
It was halogen.
And we got away from that and started getting like brighter, whiter light, like the first trail LEDs and stuff like that. I was like, oh, this is a game changer. And now it seems like lights are even brighter. And it, like I said, I ride fine with my lights by myself, but as soon as somebody gets behind me and their lights it just washes everything out and just makes me a shadow.
It's your own shadow.
I can't even light up my own shadow. So it's a little bit annoying, but it's also made me realize that maybe it's time to upgrade my lights. I don't know what all the cool kids are running.
I can't.
The helmet light has always been my holdup because my helmet, I don't like a lot of weight on my helmet. So I was running that X2 because it's tiny and you can run the cable down, and I put my battery on my belt loop or on my belt. And so that seems to be a good system. I run my cable inside of whatever top I'm wearing, shirt or whatever. But it's weight. And then the outbound light is even more. But I like the outbound light because, so where I was running that X2 up front and down low and have it pointed up, that X2, I actually did a little experiment. I sat on my bike with my helmet on and had Paula take a picture of me as I was looking like I'm going to be on the trail. So I figured out I can run that outbound at the crown of my head, like back here, and have it pointed as far down as possible. And it still shines straight ahead.
Still over the crest of the helmet.
Yeah, so it's not like out here leveraging my head down or catching
That makes
a
a
lot.
big difference.
It does. Nobody ever explained that to me. I figured it out on my own, and then I felt like I'm such a dipshit. Why wasn't I doing this all along? But I'm only looking at what lights people are running, not where their
Not where
placement
they're
is.
placing. Yeah.
So
That's that. And in our Midnight Massacre, that's been one of the big,
topics of discussion.
it's been one of the big revelations for a lot of people, because if you don't do a lot of night riding and then you go out and you do a 60 or 70-mile ride in the dark,
Neck problems. Yeah.
neck pain is a real thing.
Yeah.
People don't realize how much weight that is.
Yeah.
And particularly if you're on drop bars and you're leaning a little forward to begin with.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan on drop bars of the handlebar lights as my main light. But I
Yeah.
still like to have a small helmet light for peeking around corners and stuff like that.
Yeah. And so in talking out of both sides of my mouth, my other light on my Fargo, which is run off my hub, the sun, is a Synwave. It's a first gen Synwave. Synwave? Sunwave? How do you say that?
I say sign.
Sunwave. I don't know. It's one of those words I've only read. I didn't take whatever class it was.
I'm not saying I'm correct. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
You're probably right. But I don't struggle riding that bike at night with just a handlebar light and its drop bar. And I would argue that light's not that bright. But I'm also not riding super technical trail, and I'm never trying to go like crazy fast when we're riding at night.
Sure.
When I ride that kind of stuff, it's usually connector trails and stuff like that. Nothing super tech or fast, like I said. But I don't even know what the hot dog lights are now.
I don't know, and I'm really gun shy about it. Years ago, as night rider and just the super bright halogen, what we thought were super bright halogens.
Light and motion was the
Yeah,
other
light
one.
and motion was the other one. Just before LED became a thing, I think it was like a $600 light.
Yeah.
I got the Dynot light. Nodi, Dynot, something like it was the shit of lights at the time, right? And it had the super lightweight head mount and the remote battery and everything like that, but super bright, super long life, super expensive. And it was like a month later, LEDs hit the market at half the price and twice the brightness. And it's like, oh, you're kidding me.
Oh, look, Night Rider's on.
Night Rider's still around.
But they're on. See, they look like they've gone the cheap route to me.
Those are, what do they call those?
Lumina.
Luminas. Those Luminas are fantastic lights.
Are they? But they're all self-contained.
They're so, and that's what makes them fantastic lights. So that the smaller ones work as a helmet light, but as a handlebar light, they're fantastic and they're super sturdy. They're durable as hell. They're not terribly heavy. They're inexpensive, but they do what they're supposed to. It's the most dependable light up. I have a couple of those, but I like the Lezyme lights and things like.
Yeah. See, I'm still old school. I still think that you need just in my brain, in order to have bright enough power and long enough power, I always think you have to have a separate battery pack, but that doesn't seem to be the case with all the outbound lights that everybody's
No, for a handlebar, you don't have to have the separate battery. They have enough battery life in the main light when you get the bigger ones.
Yeah.
But you don't want that on your head.
Yeah, see, I'm inclined to do the opposite. I'm inclined to have a big battery on my handlebar because the weight penalty is not a problem.
That's what I'm saying, and that's how those work. So the big self-contained units on the handlebar, they have almost as much wattage as the remote batteries.
I'd have to do a comparison and contrast, but
I understand.
I don't know. It's very low on my priority list because I have what I feel like plenty of light, but I would love to ride with a light setup that is significantly better just to see how much better.
Yeah, all I've really heard people talking about on the head mount stuff is it's outbound lighting, right? That's what they are. But I haven't used one. I don't ride single track at night right now, so it's not an issue at the moment. I'd like to be able to do it again, but that's somewhere down the road.
See, and
That looks like trail LED, man.
yeah,
That is a trail LED.
they do great stuff. I think they've been around since before trail. I don't know. That's probably
I
not
don't
true.
think so. I think Grady was pretty close to the front.
Yeah.
That looks just like, how much is that one?
Yeah, they're not
345.
cheap.
That's compared to the $600 and $700 we, yeah. And
Yeah.
adjusted for inflation, those would be 1,000,
Yeah, that's
1,200
true.
now.
That's true.
So
I don't know why my computer's running so slow. Probably caught it from me.
probably.
I have been riding super slow lately.
Have you worked out a training plan yet to get your heart rate up for long rides?
So turns out that if you just don't ride that much, every ride gets your heart rate up. My heart rate last night, oh my gosh. And I felt good. That's the crazy thing. My heart rate, I don't even want to misquote. I want to tell you real quick because it doesn't even seem right. Let me see. Activities. I don't even know how to navigate this on here. I don't ever mess with Strava on my computer hardly.
Okay, what? You're just trying to find your heart rate for last night? Is that
I was
what
trying
you're
to find my activity from last night.
Let's go to the top.
Oh, here it is.
Okay, there you
Isn't
go.
this it? Yeah.
And now you got to accept all your cookies. And
This is great radio. There's all that stats.
so give us the summary.
Massive relative effort, 187.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. I don't know. See, I don't like their
Interface.
interface on. It's so much.
So how long did you ride last night? Let's just go with that.
Hour 18,
Okay.
13.11 miles. I've gotten a habit
That's
of.
pretty good.
Yeah, I've gotten a habit of. This would be way faster.
Yeah, why don't you just break out your
think
phone?
it's
You know
right
how to
here.
work that.
Yeah. I've gotten a habit of when I come off the trail there at Mad Shelter, I go down and make a loop around the boat ramp and then go out and make that loop by Hippie Camp.
Mhm.
Turn down Hippie Point, make that loop and come back just as a cool down loop.
Okay.
So that adds on like another mile maybe. I showed up way late yesterday.
Why was that?
I had shopping.
Okay. So where are you at with fam stuff for this week? What do you got going?
I've got a grazing table tomorrow. I've got a grazing board on Friday, and I have a full house dinner on Saturday.
Okay.
So it's average heart rate 163,
Okay.
max heart rate 178.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You stepped out of zone 2 for a little bit.
I was in zone 3. I think the whole 55.6% of
You
the
were
time.
touching zone 4 there a couple times,
But-
probably.
But I was still conversating.
Conversating.
Yeah. We were still talking. It was still conversational. That's a word, conversating.
Is it?
Yeah. It's got to be. If it's not,
It
it
is
is
now.
now. Yeah. That is a word.
Okay. I believe you.
Come on.
I've never heard it before.
Come
It's
on.
kind of like funnest.
Is that a word?
To the best of my knowledge, it wasn't, but evidently now it is. It's one of those.
I don't think those words like that count.
Have you figured out any of your calendar for next year yet?
Oh, and you're not the first person to ask me that.
All right. No, okay. I'm gonna put you on the hook here.
Oh, snap. Okay.
To the best of your knowledge, do you have any April stuff going on of any kind in Brad World right now?
It's my anniversary in April.
What day?
15th.
Perfect.
February, March, April. I don't think so. What
All
am I
right.
thinking?
Either the 11th or the 25th. Betty Jo, the
Mm.
pie lady, we're doing a dinner at her place. A fam remote or something. We don't know yet.
Okay.
So I will text her after we finish the show and say that you're open and interested.
Yeah.
Because we had chatted about it last year and we did Holiday Ramble this year and we were talking about it and she's really excited to try to do something.
Very cool.
Maybe with a camp out there. We don't know yet. We'll figure it all out. But
And what town is she closest to, or?
she's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's a community called Hood.
Huh.
It's a little west of Valley View, a little north of Era, a little southwest of Gainesville.
Okay.
And her and Lori are friends.
Yeah.
And she actually, I guess, after Lori sold her place, she's got some of her furniture and stuff in her little meetup room.
Oh, very cool.
So,
Very cool.
So we'll figure that out. You're hearing it first here on ShiftLess. We don't know what the details are going to be, but it's going to involve bicycles and good food. And
That'd be cool.
fantastic pies, too.
That'd be really cool.
So that's a date then, right?
Okay.
All right.
If I had my druthers, just looking at the calendar,
Yep.
I would prefer the 25th.
That's what I prefer as well.
Okay, perfect. For
Fantastic.
once, we're on the same page.
I'm getting ahead of the curve. I'm getting ahead of the curve. How about the first week of January? Oh, it depends on your mom, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When are you going to find that out?
I don't know. I need to talk to her. I'm going to talk to her today.
Okay.
January. Yeah, I have nothing in January except for the middle of January. I'm going on blast and cast.
Understood. Understood.
But I've got to figure out dates for dinners for January as well. Paula and I are supposed to meet. I guess we're going to talk about that today.
Okay.
And because I've had numerous people ask me, hey, do you have January, February dates? I'm like, no, not yet. I've been putting it off almost. But
Understood.
this will be our 6th year wrap of FAM, which is crazy to say.
So do you
One more
typically
dinner.
do a dinner a month? Or
2 dinners a month.
2 dinners a month? Is that typically? Okay.
That is the goal. And historically, we've only done 1 dinner in December and 1 dinner in November, just because of the way everything, the scheduling, just getting dinners booked and stuff. But this will be my 2nd dinner in December, and it's sold out. The last dinner we did last weekend was sold out. And then I have a private dinner next week. So literally 3 dinners in December.
So here's my recommendation for January.
Talk to me.
The 9th and the 24th.
Those-
No, not the 9th. Never mind.
So the 9th is a Friday.
Okay, the 10th.
Yeah.
But the problem with that, we could still make it work. Would you be able to shop on Thursday? A chance to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why? What's going on the 7th?
That ideally you're in Arizona with me scouting Tuba Trail and creating content around that and talking about remote FAM adventures out in the wild sort of stuff.
I want to do more of that stuff.
That would be the ideal.
Yeah.
But I'm not twisting your arm or anything
Yeah.
like that.
No, I would love to go to Arizona. Dumb question. Can I bring a bike?
You can bring it. I don't know how much opportunity you'll have to ride it.
Because it's going to be so cold?
No, because we're covering so much ground.
Oh, okay.
Potentially.
Can you just put a bungee on the back of the ShiftLess van and attach it to my handlebars? So
We're going to be in a rental Jeep.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be in a rental Jeep, but I will make room
Can
for
I drive?
if you go to pick it up with me, sure.
Okay.
And go over your license and all that stuff.
Oh, I got to find my license.
You do have a
I
license.
know. I'm kidding. No, I'd love to go to Arizona. Whereabouts are you planning on?
It's going to depend on the weather.
Yeah.
If there's no snow on the ground, we're going to start in the eastern part of Arizona and go as far west as we can in the time we have allotted.
Yeah.
If there is snow on the ground, we'll probably head towards the middle of the state and start scouting the lower elevations towards California. It's a loose game plan at the moment.
Sounds like dumb fun to me. Rich isn't coming.
If you're there, probably not. No,
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
no, he loves you, but there's only room for me and one other person,
Yeah.
particularly if there's a bike stowed in there.
Too many chuckleheads.
It could turn into chaos. It would turn into chaos. There's no.
Inevitable chaos.
Now, that said, I do foresee an extended scout trip, or maybe more along the lines of refining trip that might involve larger groups of people that socialize each and every night over campfires and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Once we get a basic route laid out, oh, this goes through fantastic. All right, let's hit it again as a group for over a couple days and fine tune it a little bit, get a little bit of, oh, that section was okay, but it needs to be better and a bunch of sort of things.
So that begs the question, what are accommodations going to be for overnight while we're out scouting? Tent camp?
I would say bring a camping setup just in case sort of thing.
That would be my preference.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. It just, you would need to talk to Rich about how these multi-day scouting trips work. We don't know where we're going or where we're going to end up. There's no because
Yeah, but if you have your shelter with you, it doesn't matter where
no,
you
it does. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And that's the idea. It's
Yeah.
okay. We've got stuff with us, but in turn, just because you have it with you doesn't mean you're going to be at a spot that makes sense to lay it out either.
That's fair.
Particularly if there's a blizzard blowing or something like that, which hopefully there wouldn't be. So you were talking about this production 32.
Yeah, so it looks this. I'm not familiar with this company, but this is not their first bike. Acto 5. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. iTrain, and it says is the first production 32-inch cross-country bike. I don't know if the cross country moniker is what.
Is that a qualifier?
I don't know if it's qualifier.
I think it is, because I think there's a 32-inch drop bar bike of some sort out there. I think.
There may be.
I'm not positive of that.
This says it's the first production 32-inch cross country bike.
Understood.
It's a pretty sexy looking bike. It definitely looks like a spaceship with the sharp angles and stuff. I'm so interested to ride a 32-inch bike, but not enough to purchase one by far. It's, in fact, I had this conversation last night. Like the jump, we were all on 26ers.
Right.
And the first time I rode a 29er, even with silly geometry and stuff back then, it just made so much more sense for someone my size to be on a 29er. It was the first time I felt like I was in the cockpit instead of on top of the bike, like a bear on a bike at the fair or the circus. So I'm interested to see if that translates across to 32, or if it just feels overwhelming and too big of a bike and too much to maneuver, especially in technical situations. That is what makes me curious about the drive for a 32-inch cross-country bike.
I'm going to defer to what we discovered with the 29ers, that it's going to take them a few years to actually dial in the geometry for the thing, where it really does work the way it's supposed to.
I think the thought process and everything I think people understand geometry way better than they did.
Because the AI tells them how to do it now.
That's part of it, but also computers and designing stuff and testing it in, I forgot what that's called.
R&D.
No, when you design something in CAD and you can actually test it and for durability and work and all that. But if you think about it, it wasn't a problem with 29ers when 29ers came out. If we're being honest, the geometry on 26ers was shit too. We just didn't realize it, and it was just heightened by the 29er. It just became more apparent, if you will.
Sure. No, it exaggerated the deficiencies. There's no doubt about that.
That being said, I heard a rumor that the Karate Monkey is going away.
Wouldn't surprise me.
No. But that's been like the staple of 29ers for 20 years, seems like. Maybe more than 20 years.
But what this is, the name has been, but this is a completely different Karate Monkey than what was out there 20 years ago.
Sure. Everything changes.
Agreed.
You mean the chainstay won't break on it?
I don't know, will it?
I don't know. We shall see. But you remember they had a run of those where it was either the chainstay. Yeah, it was a chainstay.
That was the Gen 1s, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your current Gen 2 hasn't had any of those types of issues.
This is beyond a Gen 2.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Are we on a third generation now?
I would imagine at least, yeah.
Okay.
Because they had to change for bottom bracket specs and then through axle, disc brakes. There's been a lot of changes.
The ancillary stuff, yes. The updates, I don't consider that a generational change per se.
Change the dropout though. That changes things.
To some extent. But if the basic geometries are still the same geometries and they're just allowing for different bottom bracket standards or through axle standards, that's not quite a generational change.
They've changed.
Those are updates.
They've changed the bottom bracket height. They've changed the head tube angle.
That definitely gets into generational.
I'm sure
changes.
the seat tube angle has changed as well.
And I have not been keeping up with K-Monkeys and what they're about.
I think it's one of the best budget bikes you can build. Of course, mine's not a budget build, but it's such a great riding frame. In fact, that's what I read last night.
Wasn't there something new Surly came out with this past year? I have been following. I have actually. I'm getting a tickle for another bike that's out there.
Don't you live with N+1? Don't you? It only goes away periodically.
No, it does. So this has been an itch I've needed scratched forever, and I think it's
Hope Jan's not listening.
It's potentially in your wheel. Actually, I know it's going to be in your wheelhouse. The Priority Gemini.
I have no clue.
Priority bicycles. They do the pinion with the belt drives, drop bar. It's why I got into single speed to begin with. I am very much a fan of the grab and go, less maintenance is more bike as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely a no maintenance bike. which is very appealing to me, particularly on these exploration trips where I am barreling down 300 miles of dirt roads with a bike on the back before I get a chance to ride it.
Priority?
Priority bicycles. That's the bike that Doozer rides.
Who?
The Ryan Van Duzer, that YouTube guy. We talked about him in the past. He was supposed to be on our show, talk Colorado Trail back in the day.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You don't need anything more than
They've
that.
got it, man. They got everything. They've got cruisers. They've got mountain bikes. They've got kids' bikes. Look at Adventure and Gemini
Smart shift.
and electronic shifting with a.
Oh, that doesn't look like my jam at all. I like that it has pinion.
The pinion part is what I was getting at, and that's why at first that's why I prefer. It's not going to be up your alley at all because it's going to be too heavy, and you're going to bitch about that.
But they have it in titanium.
And they do have it in titanium for an extra $2,000.
Oh shit, really?
And it's just a frame difference. There's no other difference.
That looks slightly better. It still looks freddish.
It's not a pretty bike. No,
Yeah.
but neither is my Brompton, and I love that thing. So
Yeah, Bromptons are. That's an interesting thing. I have to be in love with my bike.
I am a function over form type guy.
I am a guy that I want a bike that I can sit in my garage and ogle it.
I understand that, and I don't knock that. That's just not me.
If it's not attractive, I'm not into it. Call me shallow.
No,
But I need.
different strokes for different folks.
It's like a knife in the kitchen. If it's not sexy, then I'm not interested. I want a knife that looks good hanging on the wall and feels good in the hand.
If it feels good in the hand and cuts well, and if it looks good on the wall, okay, that's a bonus.
Yeah, I think looks are like priority.
I'm not that way.
Yeah.
But you're pretty. I'm not. So
Oh.
maybe that's where all this comes from.
Don't be fishing for compliments here. You're not getting any.
No, I'm not. I'm most assuredly not.
But I build my bikes to be aesthetically pleasing to me. And that being said, some people look at my bikes and think they're dumb. In fact, I get a lot of flack because I have a bag on every one of my bikes pretty much. But that's just the way I ride. And it's because I don't ride with a jersey. So I don't have jersey pockets to stuff a bunch of shit in. So I always have pretty much a tangle on most of my bikes. And I get grief about that from the roadie sect.
Oh, very much. That's very anti-road-esque. But like my stable is, I've got that Salsa Tributary, which has got to be the ugliest e-bike that's ever put together.
It's not the best looking.
No, not bike, but it does its job fantastic. Brompton, it does its job.
So back to this, that's a sexy bike.
It is a sexy bike.
That is
From what I can see of it so far, it is only about half of the bike.
Yeah, I wonder. So this is, it's just going to take me to the same article.
It's just a
Probably need to go to Pink Bike
It's just
Talk.
a teaser about. Oh,
That's this sexy little interface.
that's horrendous.
This is interesting.
That's horrendous.
But it also looks a
my
little
God.
dangerous.
Oh my God.
So
that's going to kill people.
But this is how they are adjusting for geometry right now. Points in space.
It's an inverted stem.
Yeah.
It's like a negative 80 degree.
Yeah.
And 140 millimeters long with a flat bar that's just way down below, at the middle of the head tube, which I get it. For a 32-inch bike, you have to do that.
Yeah, but I think you're thinking about it wrong in the sense that none of this matters where your hands are. Your hands are just in position to be able to control this big whopping thing out here. And so they want it as close to this axis as possible. And then you need to be lower because invariably it's higher.
It makes sense because of the 32-inch.
Yeah. But I don't think that, I think it looks sexy like a F1 race car kind of situation up here. But the geometry makes sense if you don't look at this and you just are able to erase this front part of the triangle out. All these points make sense.
Maybe, hey, I would love to ride it and see what it's like. There's
Same.
no doubt about it.
Same.
No doubt about it.
I think a hardtail application, at least in the first couple of years while they work out wheel woes and geometry, makes more sense in my brain
full suspension.
than a full suspension.
But nobody buys hardtails now. So
Is that why the Karate Monkey's going away?
probably,
Yeah.
yeah. No, even Priority They have mountain bikes, but their main push now is to get a full suspension mountain bike out there now. My guess is nobody buys hardtails these days.
So if that's the case, if the Surly Karate Monkey really is going away, I'm going to try to snatch one of these girls up, if nothing else, just to hold on to it. This snow mold white.
Are they
Karate
on
Monkey
sale,
frame
or
set.
is it
No.
still regular price?
Surly doesn't put anything on sale hardly. Although this down here, the Krampus, it says it's on sale, but I guess they were $10.99 and now they're $8.79. That's a pretty decent price break, but just for these colors, and it's probably because they only have them in small,
Is anybody
extra large and small. Is anybody what?
is anybody really outside of the old bastards like us? Is anybody even really aware of Surly anymore?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll tell you this. Last week, Nika, just like I was mentioning earlier, I was pull over and let them go by. One of these kids rolls by and says, "Nice Surly."
Oh,
And it melted my
that
heart.
makes my heart go
Yeah.
pitter patter right
Yeah.
there.
So that reassured me that all is not lost.
Okay, that's good stuff.
Yeah. So that was cool. But I don't know. Obviously, that's probably an anomaly. And his dad probably rides. And so I would say for the most part, probably not.
Probably not. From what I see chatter-wise out there, people are barely aware of anything except big box truck Specialized
Yeah.
or the bigger direct-to-consumer brands that's all people are aware of, right?
Yeah.
Generally
But
speaking.
it seems like, especially with our demographic, our locale, whatever you want to call it, it seems like people get on a certain brand and it just proliferates and then it's onto something else. Like Surly's were big in our community 15, 20 years
20
ago.
and 20 years ago.
Yeah. And then I can't even remember where everybody went.
And they went to Visago.
Visago was big, and then
Salsa.
Salsa, and then
Titus was
around.
Titus was around in that migration from hardtail to full suspension 26-inch.
Mhm.
So Titus was the
boutique.
boutique.
Yeah.
I'm on a Titus.
And then
Yeti was big for a while.
Yetis were everywhere for a while. And then here as of recently, it was not recently, a couple of years ago, pivots were everywhere.
Yes, pivots were the thing.
Yeah.
That was most assuredly cadence driven, but not just cadence. I think DBW did pivots too, but I'm not positive of that.
But it's just the same thing happens in the gravel world too. Like Loft came strong through our community, and due to you. But it's interesting because it's trendy, and I think there's a lot to be said, especially when you have a densely populated cycling community such as ours, that it seems to be the people that do demo days seem to be beneficial, because if you look at the trends, like Pivot came on real strong because they were hot and heavy doing demo days.
It absolutely shocks me how few bike demos there are out there. How the hell are you supposed to invest $3,000 to $8,000 into a piece of hardware that you never even get to take out on a trail before you?
You ride in the parking lot at the bike shop.
If that.
Yeah.
If that.
A lot of people are like me. It has to look good first. You shop with your eyes first.
Okay, so
Think about it with food. Think about it with food, Kevin. If food doesn't look good, are you inclined to try it? There are ugly foods that taste delicious, but you always eat with your eyes first.
I am gonna counterbalance that. I'm not gonna disagree. I'm gonna counterbalance
Go
that.
for it.
Because this is how I found the Alpiner in New Orleans. I think that's what it was called. The Alpiner or something like that.
Not familiar.
We were floating around the quarter as a family, doing that lost family thing. We want something good to eat, but we don't want to do
Commander's Palace.
We want something here. And we were standing around. Nobody was doing anything. Nobody could make a decision. It's like, all right, I'm going to find something. Follow me. What? How are you going to find something? I don't know. We'll find something. Just follow me, damn it. And then I turned the corner and I got this most amazing aroma. And I literally followed my nose and I walk in the hurricane doors of this place, sat down, and said, here's where we're eating. Didn't see a lick of food. It was by the smell alone.
Okay.
And it was the most amazing meal. And I think we did it 3 or 4 times over the years. And the first 3 times were great. The fourth time was okay. It's still better than back home, but it's not
Yeah.
what it was. But it might have just been a bad day.
Speaking of New Orleans, I don't know if I told you, but when I was stuck in Mississippi for 2 weeks, I ate my fair share of po' boys.
You told me about it.
And
We're going through Vicksburg Friday.
it makes me wonder if I started thinking about, not that I can think of, there's not like a po' boy shop here, anywhere in the DFW that I can think of.
There's places that serve po' boys.
Sure.
But no po' boy, not that I know of.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But I say that. Have you looked for one?
No,
And that's what I said about Cuban sandwich places, and we found a couple of good
Yeah,
Cuban sandwich places.
yeah, and that's interestingly one of the places I went, Fat Mama's, which is a staple in Natchez. They have a delicious po' boy. Their ham and cheese po' boy, which doesn't even sound
That's
awesome.
That's not jumping out at me as appealing.
Fantastic.
I trust.
Fantastic.
I trust your judgment.
But they also serve a Cuban po' boy,
Okay.
which is an interesting.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
Okay, so along those lines. Okay, so while we're like doing this Arizona scouting, if we happen to come across some interesting local eating
So
establishments,
that's the only reason I travel.
when you're marking or when you're scouting the Tuba Trail, there's not a lot
That's
of
fair.
places.
That's
But
fair.
we'll probably go through Winslow, Arizona,
Yeah.
and there's got to be something interesting in Winslow.
Did eat at a place in Winslow that was not bad. I can't remember the name of it, but I could drive straight to it. Winslow strikes me as a town that begrudgingly accepts tourism.
That was my sense of it when they're like, wave at the truck as you go through town. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's our flatbed Ford. Get the hell out of here.
Yes. It's the locals I came in contact with were not friendly, but they were there. That was the sense I got from it. Gage and I were passing through. That's when I was driving him to California, and we ate at some place that was also maybe a brewery. I can't remember, but it was a cool town. But the part that we were at was off the beaten path a little bit. But so anytime I'm on a road trip, I'm thinking about where can I ride, and I'm also going, where is there to eat around here that's not a chain and not like corporate owned or something? I'm always looking for. What are you looking for?
My phone. I'm listening to every word
Yeah.
you say. I was getting.
Separation anxiety.
I
with your
was.
phone?
I thought maybe I left it in the bathroom somewhere. I was going to try to, because I was thinking in Arizona there's a town called Alpine that we may go through, but probably not because I'm guessing that'll be snowed in by there. But then it's like, now I got to figure out what that place was in New Orleans, if it's still there.
Oh, I was going to show you another.
Rich
bite.
and I, man, what was the name? It was the Owl was it San Antonio, New Mexico?
San Antonio, New Mexico.
Something like that. It was south of Socorro, but Rich made me go to this place called the Owl to have a green chili burger, New Mexico style. And it was we going to this 5-star rated place for these burgers. And it was like the diviest of dive bars you've ever seen. But we got there at peak dinner time and nobody was there.
Oh, bad sign.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it's not, I wouldn't call it phenomenal. I would not call it phenomenal. They're not showing the Alpine or whatever it was, may not be there anymore, but it was definitely pre-COVID the last time we'd been there. So maybe even pre-Katrina now that I think about it. No, we've been there since Katrina. Oh, I got some, did I tell you I got boiled peanuts mailed to me?
No.
So it's ready to go, crock pot in the bag, green boiled peanuts.
They have those. You can buy those here. You know that, right?
No,
They come in a can.
no, these are.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. You take them out, and you can buy them in a number 10 can. And they have 2 different variants.
They're already wet or they're dry?
Yeah, they're already wet.
Yeah, these are dry.
Okay. That makes sense. I'm trying to think.
But it's 12 hours. It's 12 hours in the crock pot, and I haven't had 12 hours to sit around and let things crock pot.
You just do them overnight.
Yeah. My wife is one of those that doesn't like kitchen appliances going overnight when everyone's asleep.
Mm.
So
I was looking for this I can't remember where I saw it, but there was a Tandem build recently where they put dual clampers on the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fairly,
And it was so
I
sexy.
wouldn't call it standard, but it's fairly common.
The video I saw, they were acting like it was a big deal, but
Okay.
because they had a post mount on the chainstay and it may have been a post mount as well up on the seat stay. So they're both on the same rotor instead of doing a dual. And so one of them
I'm sorry, I should correct that.
Yeah.
Probably with disc brakes, it is something new and different.
Yeah.
It was fairly common back in the old days with traditional brakes.
So I know nothing about tandems, never ridden one, barely seen a
They
couple.
burn out brakes easily.
So it was, but I learned this, and I could be wrong, that both of those brakes aren't actuated by one lever. One of them's for the stoker, and one of them's for what's the other person?
The captain.
The captain. So they both have their brakes. So
That's interesting.
that was my understanding. That's why I was trying to find the picture of it. I can't. I even look double paw clamper. Maybe I do tandem.
And
Tandem.
my guess is that was maybe just a logistical requirement to make it work, sort of thing.
Maybe.
How do you actuate two brakes with one lever?
But I don't. That's what I'm saying. Is I think they were split between two levers. It was.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You would have to have two levers to operate two brakes. So might as well give
There
one
it is.
to the stoker.
Look at that. How sexy is that? Yeah, they're double post mount.
Okay.
Let's see. But there's no. Yeah, it's hard to pick up on this, but you can see this cable coming off of here from the stoker.
I understand why, because
Yeah.
the captain's only got one hand to pull a brake lever with,
Yeah.
and you're only going to need that second brake when there's somebody else on the bike anyway. So give them something to do besides just sniffing your ass.
That's just a sexy ass picture. And then this bike has also its gears between the stoker and the back interface, and then its belt from the captain to the stoker.
Okay, that also makes sense.
Yeah.
What bike is it? Do we know?
I don't know. Look at that. I don't know who it is.
So have you ever spent any time on a tandem?
Forge. No. Like I said, I've barely even seen tandems in person.
Understood.
They're a rare spot for me. I guess I've seen more than I'm letting on, but no.
But you never spent any time on one.
No. I really don't have that much interest.
I really dug it when we had one, but my lovely bride did not. My daughter enjoyed
That
it.
seems to be the consensus. I think your marriage has to be really strong to spend time on a bicycle together.
There's no, I don't know, it can still be, you have to have a certain type of understanding,
Sure.
not just a strong, it's a strong marriage if you both go, yeah, this isn't the right thing for us
Yeah.
at this time. So
Yeah.
it's not a strong marriage if I'm forcing her or she's trying to force me to do
Yeah.
anything. But
I just thought that was a sexy picture.
I think it is too. I would.
It also looks expensive.
There's no doubt about that. That's $10,000 worth of tandem there at
Yeah,
least.
oh shit, sorry. But
At least.
I wanted to see more pictures, but
Oh, I thought you said you saw a video of it.
no, I just saw, I guess this is the rear end of it. There you go.
This makes great radio.
And it's got S&S couplers.
Okay. Also fairly standard.
Yeah. What's it? Oh, I guess the brand name is how do you even say that? Liminal?
Not familiar with it.
Me neither, but I like it.
It's a damn good looking bike.
It is a damn
Maybe
good-looking
we'll
bike.
make that our episode thumbnail if I can find some more information on it
I guess we could
with
go
a complete picture.
liminal.
Maybe we can talk to these folks in our travels somewhere along. That would be fun too.
Liminal.
Load up the ShiftLess mobile and just we're going to do some scouting. Or we're going to do a group ride, and by the way, we're going to record an episode
Yeah.
here and there. I would love to talk to these folks.
Liminal Machine Works.
Okay, that's
God
good looking.
bless, they make
That's
sexy
good.
bikes.
Okay. Oh my.
I love the paint job too.
Send me that link, please. I want to dig into those guys some more. Are they U.S. or are they somewhere else?
I don't know. I was just getting into that.
That'd be cool as shit if they're U.S.
Kevin Leaf. Oh, Oregon.
Oh, well, that's not on the Tuba Trail, but
No.
my arm could be twisted to go to a trip to Oregon.
I've never been to Oregon.
I have not.
One of our buddies lives in Oregon.
Who are you referring to?
Oh, no. He's in Colorado now.
Okay.
Oh, where's Spears live? Wilder.
Last I heard, it was
he's in
Colorado.
Colorado, Westminster, I think, is where he is.
I assume he's still with REI.
I think so.
I don't know. I've been wondering about that after
He was
the
in town
stuff
a couple
REI's
weeks.
been going through the past
Yeah.
year.
He was in town a couple of weeks ago.
Was he?
Yeah, and
Damn.
I couldn't meet up with him. I can't remember what I had going on, but I felt bad that I didn't get to see him.
At least you knew he was in town. I didn't even know that. Hurts my feelings. I would have made him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I would have made him a peanut butter jelly sandwich too. Jesus.
Okay, I think the wind's changing on us.
Yeah, at least picking up. Yeah, they make some good looking bikes. Liminal Machine Works. Never heard of them.
Okay.
Never heard of them.
I'm going to find out more about that Tandem. I'm definitely going to get some of those.
What's funny is that Tandem's not even on their portfolio. But the one that's on the front is just, the front page is so sexy.
Drop bar mountain bike, or is that a monster cross?
And I would call it a mountain bike.
Loft fork, right?
Yeah, it is.
Interesting. Custom painted loft fork.
Deep dish, carbon hoops, mezcal. Can't tell what size they are, but they're probably 2.25 to 2.35.
That's not, okay. That's a heavy gravel lure.
Yeah, it's a good looking bike. It's
Sexy as hell.
sexy.
They like their purples and
They
pinks.
do like purples, yeah.
Forgot. I got something for you. Pink, unless I lost it.
Oh, I got something for you too. What is this?
It's mine, but you're going to have more
Oh.
opportunity to use it than I will in the short term.
Oh,
$10.
$10. Amazon or
Yeah.
this scares all the dogs off. It's
I
Brilliant.
I will let you field test it for me.
yeah, it's pretty insane. So what's the light for?
It's a flashlight too.
So how do you activate the flashlight?
Go down one on the power switch, or go up one on the power switch.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just that sound alone makes them
I haven't even tried it out on my dog. So.
tuck tail and go it this way or this way.
It came with the prongs sitting out.
Okay.
I would suggest turning the power off.
I did.
Yeah,
I did. But it seems like putting it in could,
understood.
I would do it this way.
I haven't
Check
played
the
with it.
prongs
I
and
have
whatnot.
not played with it yet.
Yeah. I think that is a,
Take it with you.
okay.
Ta-
That is a,
Like I
and
said-
it's super light.
It's lighter than I expected.
Way lighter than I expected. I didn't even realize what it
Well,
was.
you've got leaves in your coffee now.
Extra tannins.
Yep.
That is, I think this is a very underrated thing. I could not believe how effective this was on the rat.
Let's see if the $10 one is just as
I
effective.
think, I literally don't even think you need that, the actual mechanism. If you could duplicate that
Just the sound.
frequency in the, but I think it may change, may have to do with like ionic
I
or
don't.
whatever.
I think that's part of it. Is my guess.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just the sound.
Yeah.
I think there's.
But it has a dramatic effect. And I don't know, I'm curious to know, not that I want to test, but I'm curious to know if it would be effective against bears or mountain lions or any other thing that may pose a threat. Once again, I have no desire to test it.
Let's see what it does with squirrels and armadillos and dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
Squirrels would be interesting too, quite frankly.
Squirrels are already timid, run off. But,
I've had them jump between my wheels.
oh yeah. Sometimes they just get confused. They can't figure it out.
Sometimes they're squirrely.
And you got to yell at them, figure it out, squirrel. So my buddy Flea used to always say, we ride an RCP at night.
What's Flea up to these days?
He's living in New Smyrna Beach and he rides a fair amount. I don't think there's anything super interesting in Florida to ride, but not from his level of interest. He has a big hit full suspension bike that he just got not too long ago. I don't speak to him as much, hardly ever, but I do stalk him on Strava and Instagram and stuff. And then he recently went to Iron Mountain with the crew, Gorilla and those guys. And I saw his bike and I was like, I bet that's fun in Arkansas, but I bet it's boring in Florida. I don't know much about New
That's
Smyrna.
what's going on. There we go. Let's get some power to this thing. Like, why does my screen keep going off? Because I didn't have power going to it. We were about to run out of juice.
Thought we were almost done with all these leaves, but they're just
Evidently
falling
not.
like crazy.
Evidently not. It's the next phase of whatever's
So what do you have going on this weekend?
heading Florida.
Okay.
Heading to Florida, leaving We were supposed to leave tomorrow, but that
Okay.
got pushed back. So we'll be in Florida next week
Okay.
and have no idea where we're going to be, when, doing what. We're definitely flying by the seat of our pants. Originally, we were planning to go up to Georgia too, but we'll probably save that for another trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, no show next week. No show next week. I'm not even going to try to do the remote thing. We'll find a system for that someday, but I'd rather just keep loading up the van and going to see people if we need to from time to time.
I like that. I like that. We haven't really done that yet.
No, we haven't.
We need to make that happen.
You need to get your calendar figured out so we can
Yeah.
put other stuff in between.
I need to talk to the boss.
Understood.
What else is going on in bikes? I really don't know. See if there's anything on. I haven't looked at Bicycle Retailer. See if there's any. Ducati's new line of road, gravel, and e-mountain bikes. Models to launch in spring. I guess I didn't even know Ducati was offering bikes.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about that a couple years ago. I don't know that it ever really caught on, but I could be wrong.
I wonder if somebody just co-opted their brand name and is paying them royalties.
I don't think so. I think it's Ducati proper, but I could be mistaken on that.
That would be my hope.
We definitely don't talk about e-bikes as much as we used to the first 50 or 60 episodes. Is the e-bike the high-end, the performance e-bike for the type of stuff we do, is that waning? Or is it just not talked about as much? Or is it's understood that is what it is? That is the market now. I don't know. I don't have a sense of that.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
I don't hear as much about e-bikes in the realm of riding that we do like I used to. I say that at Holiday Ramble, I wouldn't say, wasn't anywhere near most of the folks there, but we definitely have e-bikes on site, and some of them that were the higher end e-bikes that barely look like an e-bike sort of thing.
How many of them went? What was the full distance?
Our
For
full
Holiday
is
Ramble?
75.
Did any e-bikes attempt the
Not that
75?
I'm aware of.
Is that an easy task for an e-bike nowadays? No.
No.
Do you think the Tributary could make it?
The Tributary could make it in econo mode, yes.
Yeah.
It has. I've done 80, 85
Okay.
in econo. And that was being super economical where I was even turning it off sometimes if I was like going downhill. And when it's like I didn't even have to do that. I had plenty of battery left. So I could have made that same. It's good for 75 or 80. And that was coming from Munster to here. So
Yeah.
it was some good
That's
terrain.
downhill.
There's still climbing involved too.
Sure.
And that's where it zaps. Anytime you're going up a hill on an e-bike,
Sure.
it pulls a ton of battery.
I don't know where we are with high-end e-bikes. I think the commuter entry level e-bike is still the predominant faction.
I think that is the entry into cycling right now.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about
Right.
it.
I don't know if the sector of high-end e-bikes is growing or waning. I really don't know. I'm not in touch with that, but I'm not in the market for an e-bike. If I was, I would have more knowledge.
I
The
think
Amflow is still one of the bikes that I'm the most interested in, but
I haven't heard any more about that. in a couple
Me neither.
months either.
and you can actually order them now.
Right.
I haven't even seen one in person.
I saw one of the local Facebook groups. A guy had one and he was trying to sell it already.
Really?
That was a little while ago. It was a few weeks ago.
Let's see how much they are now.
I think we are up against the legislation on e-bikes. I think we are starting to get to the point where they're having so many injuries and accidents and things like that, that some of the governing agencies, be it municipal or county or state or whatever, are starting. And it's not the bikes like the Amflow. It's the kids on the Surons and stuff like
Yeah.
that, or the pseudo pedal bikes that really don't, the pedals are just there.
Yeah.
Call it an e-bike and it's really a motorcycle and things like that.
See, I would love to have one of these, but I don't want to, even at a 16% discount, and see this, 16% discount, still $8,600. And I can't justify that.
Understood.
I would love to have one, but it's a financial thing.
No doubt. It's always a financial thing.
Yeah. Plus, I think it
Because
comes
we're not
with,
in the 1%. I don't know if you're aware of that, Brad.
I am far from the 1%. What does it have? It does have Fox, which I'm a fan of, front and rear. Oh, it has SRAM Eagle transmission, XO Eagle transmission on the high-end one.
That reminds me, did you get that email I forwarded you from Dave Roll about your ratio stuff?
Yeah, he was wrong. That was for a 13 speed
Okay.
setup.
Okay.
Still trying to puzzle that out. Josh Dean actually sent me a message too about something else. I think it's just a matter of time before ratio drops something. They probably already have it in the pipeline. If not,
Have you reached out to them?
no, Tyler did at the shop. I don't need to get back in touch with Tyler. I just haven't had a chance to even go by the shop. So,
What else is going on in bike world?
trying to think. I don't have any big rides planned.
I was just about to ask you, do you have anything on your radar?
No, I just want to ride my bike, but I don't think I won't be able to ride again until Sunday. So I've got way too much production to do. In fact, I've got to get some stuff started today. So the grazing board that I'm doing tomorrow is a Cajun Christmas theme. So I'm making red beans and rice per her request. And I'm doing an assortment of cornbreads, mini cornbreads. I'm going to do an andouille cornbread, a crawfish cornbread, and a jalapeno cornbread too.
Where's this going to be? I'll crash it.
We're doing sausage balls. Jeez, the leaves. So I've got a lot of production to do with that. And then, so I've got to get my red beans started today. I've got to finalize my menu for Saturday. And then while my red beans are cooking, I'm going to go shopping for my dinner and then come back and keep prepping for tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll be prepping for my grazing board and for my dinner, and then execute the grazing table tomorrow. So
I think somebody's trying to tell us something, Brad.
yeah. So it's days like this where I understand Zwift, but I also understand just going and getting in the woods. Because I rode on Sunday, my normal Sunday ride fizzled. Everybody was tied up. So I just canceled the ride, the group ride, Garage Coffee. And I stayed up late Saturday night knowing that was going to happen. And Paula and I cut up and giggled. And then we slept in on Saturday. Sunday, yeah. And then I casually rolled out at like noon. It was nice. And rode my normal Sunday ramble trail, but in a one-way fashion this time, and met my wife at Elm Fork and had lunch with her, and we went and goofed around the rest of the day. It was nice.
That sounds very
It was
nice.
very nice. Very nice. But I don't have anything big planned. I just need to ride more. I was hot and heavy, and then I feel like somebody threw a stick in the spokes when I got stuck in Mississippi for 2 weeks. And it's more of a mental thing. You feel like you've lost everything. Like I said, I rode last night. I felt great last night. But when you look back at the heart rate, I'm like, geez, I didn't feel like I was struggling that hard, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I still had fun.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
The main thing is to have fun, but that's it.
And it was needed.
It doesn't take much to get it back,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got another date you need to reserve too.
Okay.
May 2nd. No, I'm sorry. May 2nd. May 2nd. That's going to be our 300 miler. That's something you need to put on your calendar. And
Why can't I access
I don't know what you're trying to do. Probably got leaves in it.
May 2nd, new event, 300 mile.
Yeah.
It's
Goals.
probably going to be Friday.
No, we'll probably leave early Saturday morning.
Okay. Where is it starting from?
4 hour.
Okay.
So we'll camp Friday night.
Yeah, that's
We'll
what I'm
have-
saying. It's probably
okay.
going to be a Friday thing.
Yeah. For most people, it should be.
Yeah.
Camp at 4R, 300 miles to Jacksboro and back.
Okay.
And we'll have a relay station that for the 300 milers will be like about mile 50 on the way out, about mile 150 on the way back towards
Mhm.
4R. Jacksboro's at around about mile 100, and you go through Nocona, 200-ish, and plenty of opportunity for resupply, but we'll have a relay station with resupply and go bags and stuff like that, and probably burgers and stuff for the 150. We're calling it the distance.
He's going the distance.
Exactly.
He's going for speed. Oh, wait. May 5th. That's right after April 25th. That's the next weekend
It is the next weekend.
for the pie ride.
Yeah, but pie ride, that's not a ride for you. That's a fam for you.
Okay. I'm going to put that in the calendar as such.
And we'll figure out how that works. We'll get with Betty Joe, figure out all those
Okay.
details. And more than likely, it's just going to be a you and me fam thing. We just have to rent her place and promise to buy some pies.
If the pies are good, I will buy.
The pies are phenomenal.
That's all I've heard. So
Pies are phenomenal. But we'll figure it out. I'll text her as soon as we get done with that. But yeah, so that's a work weekend for you.
good.
5/2 is a ride your bike weekend for you, is what I have in mind. And I really would scared me there.
I wonder how many zaps you get with the battery.
Really, how many do you need between recharges, technically
Yeah.
speaking?
Well, it's USB-C, which is...
It's easy enough to reach. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I just can't believe how light this
I know.
is. It's got to be like 60, 70 grams. Like, not much to it at all.
not even as heavy as a pack of cigarettes.
I haven't held a pack of cigarettes in a while, but yeah. And it's really small. I never grabbed, I forgot his name already. The guy that we rode with.
Was it Sedge or was it someone else?
No, it wasn't Sedge.
Who was that? I can't remember now. I'm having old man brain.
Yeah. But he said he got it from Academy. It's interesting that you ordered this and it's borderline generic, but it has a serial number.
I guess they could trace it to me.
Maybe
Don't do anything
if I
illegal
commit a
with it.
crime with it.
Yeah, don't do anything illegal.
Did it say how many bolts it is?
Nah, it's like, I'm just gonna try that one.
Yeah, I think that this is an absolute winner. I also think that when more people realize how crazy cool, that's it right there. Here's an even smaller one. I'm assuming this is the one, the BTS 880 mini stun gun, $10.99.
Probably, yeah.
Here it is right here, the 881, because it's in black. Oh, that's the micro.
No, you can.
It's this one right here. Yeah, the 880.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. You can get it in pink if you want it in pink.
It's easier to find at night. Let me see. It doesn't say how many
I don't.
volts or anything like that.
I wasn't worried about the specs because I assumed it was all about the sound, but maybe it isn't. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is the ionic disruption
Yeah.
from the electrical pulse or whatever.
It doesn't tell.
I'm just making up words here to
Yeah.
just try to pretend to sound intelligent.
Yep. But I think it works. It's astonishing how well it works. I was blown away. I can't even emphasize it enough. Of all the things,
Zap it at the camera one time. I don't think they ever saw
of all the things
Zap
that I've
action.
heard and read and seen, this deters dog by far the best.
Your dogs haven't been around since is
It's true. I don't want to traumatize them.
I don't-
So I don't want to
I haven't
try
tried
it with them.
I haven't tried it on mine.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna try it on a dog random.
I'll try it on the wife. She'll love that.
You sick bastard, yeah. All right. I think we've run out of things to talk about.
I think we have.
All right.
I'm not
So
quite out of coffee yet, but
I'm going to text Betty Joe. Whoops. And I'm going to say preference of April 25th, correct?
Mhm.
You're going to reach out to your mom and see what it looks like for your potentiality for that first week Arizona trip, first week of January Arizona trip.
yeah.
Let me know that as soon as you can, because if you're not able to go, that's fine. I'm not going to twist your arm, but I may try to wrangle somebody else if you're not.
So when are you thinking leave?
I'm reserving. I'm picking up the Jeep on Friday, but I'm just doing a week's rental.
Friday the 2nd?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm looking at either leaving Saturday morning or potentially Friday evening, but
Okay.
it could be Saturday or Sunday. But if you're needing to be back to cook, I
Well,
would
I'm
say
definitely not going to do a dinner on the 3rd because nobody will bite on that.
that's what I was thinking.
And I'm potentially going to do a dinner on the 10th.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead and plan on your 10th and
Okay.
24th because
Yeah.
that's Texas Chain Ring Massacre. It's a spinistry event, so you're obviously going to have a dinner then. You have to do that. So your January's made,
Yeah.
all right? And that would leave that 3rd through what, the 7th? If you're back by the 7th, you're good?
I think so. Yeah. If I have my menu written when I walk in the door.
Understood.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Last week we forgot to send people off appropriately.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Should we tease what we have coming up?
A little bit. Vaguely.
It's on the hook.
Vaguely.
We
We got sponsors lined up.
that wasn't really what I was talking about.
What were
but,
you getting at?
but if you do want to sponsor our podcast, reach out.
What were you talking about?
I was talking about our reoccurring guests that we're gonna have.
Oh, didn't know if we were allowed to be common knowledge with that yet.
Oh, I think so.
Okay.
I think
I'll
it'd be
go for it.
I think it would be
for
good for people to know.
I think so. I didn't want to.
And I confirmed with him in person.
Okay.
So
It works for me.
and I'm super excited because he agreed with me or us on so many aspects. Because I told him, I said, you're a perfect fit on our podcast because we talk about unconventional stuff. We don't always have the most mainstream opinion on things, and we're interested in entertaining alternate training programs, fueling techniques, and bike setups, all kinds of stuff. And he was totally in agreement. So our friend Austin Whittington has agreed to be a somewhat regular on the podcast, and I look forward to sitting down and talking to him because, like I told him, I said every time he's on the podcast, I feel like we could talk for another 4 hours
Most
and,
definitely.
and still not get all the knowledge that I want to tap into. So he's agreed to be a regular on the podcast, and maybe we can tap into that little crazy brain of his and it just get some more knowledge. That guy is a
Font.
nerd for knowledge. He's just a faucet of knowledge. So,
I'm excited by this, and
same.
like we touched on when we were chatting about it. Oh, where Austin is a rarity in this realm. He's an extremely high level athlete. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
But he is also an extremely, this is so rare, independent athlete. He
Yeah.
makes a point to not be beholden to sponsors in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
He's a black kit rider.
Yeah.
He buys everything of his own. He's not
Yeah.
given anything. That's amazingly rare. So
Yeah.
to be able to talk to that level of an athlete where they're giving their true, honest opinion on everything,
Not
and
beholden to anything. Yeah.
not trying to sell anything, or
Yeah.
well, I can't say this about them because it might hurt my sponsor's feelings. This is a rare opportunity, and I'm really excited by that potential.
Yeah, we talked about that as well. He was also wearing some sporty glasses that I didn't even know Oakley made. Apparently it's a newer Oakley glasses. I was like, they look like goggles almost. It was interesting. It's just an interesting guy.
Oh, yeah.
Always loved that.
Welcome aboard, Austin. Whenever we can make it happen,
Yeah.
we'll hopefully sort that out. Who knows? Maybe we'll drag Austin to Arizona with us. Now, he can't miss that much riding. Not a chance in hell.
We would have the pointing.
We'll meet you. He'll probably go faster than we will,
Yeah.
quite frankly.
We'll see you on the west side of
So
Arizona.
probably maybe mid-January, if we're lucky, we'll be able
Hopefully.
to get him.
Yeah.
Maybe that Christmas Eve one or New Year's Eve one, maybe. I don't know, Austin.
I think they normally go.
They do stuff, don't they?
I think he normally goes to Santa Fe area or something.
Oh,
I think they do South Boundary for Christmas time or something like that.
if you could, I know it's a stretch. And it's a long shot, and this is short note. I was thinking about this the other day. If you're able to reach out to Eric House again and see if potentially he and Hannah are up this way for the holidays, maybe we could meet up with them in person and talk to the both of them. That would be awesome,
That would be cool.
potentially. Or have Shannon reach out to him. Or Eric, if you happen to be listening, or Hannah, if you happen to be listening, shiftlesslive@gmail.com. Because Eric had mentioned that her family's up here or something like
I
that.
think so.
And potentially, maybe they're up this way for the holidays.
Plano or something like
I think he
that?
said HEB, I think.
Oh, maybe.
I think he said Bedford, but I don't remember for certain.
Let's see something real quick.
Oh, are you going to do that?
He's behind the door.
He's
well,
gone.
he's gone.
He's gone. I don't know if I want. No.
I was just gonna see if
He's being timid. I think he got him already, to be honest.
I was just wondering if he would have any kind of reaction behind the door.
I understand.
But all right, I think I've talked out. Go ride your bike.
Go right.
Enjoy this weather while it
Bike.
lasts.